Okay. Are you having trouble with it again?
Yeah.
What is the deal?
Says right there, me is not streaming on
Yeah. We're live streaming.
So you may have to adjust the
But I
volume.
from how we had it last time. You gotta hold your mouth the right way, or
I think you do.
something strange like that.
I've been enjoying this. I thought so. We should have had her on from there already.
She's deep into something.
Fair.
Really.
Deep into some fair.
That could be.
Mhm.
We gotta move on the thing.
Will I
Yes.
warn a meeting, the next meeting, I'm still.
We'll start that month.
Do we have something?
Yeah, we've got something the 21st. That's the provisional ballot. Assuming we have somebody show up.
Mhm. More important.
Oh, that's in the courtroom. Oh, that's the ballot. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, shit. Hey,
Good afternoon.
or somebody else's.
Oh, you?
Okay, I didn't hear anybody saying things, so I was wondering. So where we got the gingies and stuff over there? Right over there, thanks.
Move over a little bit. I keep getting hit over there.
They're crowd you. Is that what you're saying?
Well, these chairs have mine their own.
Yeah.
Kind of take off.
Like the story.
Well, you know, they don't have a carpeted floor to roll on either. Yeah.
Spare ones are over here, okay. No, they don't. It makes a difference.
It does. I was thinking about the annex last night after I left. And I thought, you know, one thing I don't like about it is it's a real hard room. Because there are no, like in the quorum courtroom, you've got soft surfaces. There aren't any of those over there.
No,
And in my legs. Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. Wow. Well,
but
I'm done. Telling me to start. No, I'm not gonna propose anything like that, but boy, that.
You can buy these wading boots to have.
What they have? They have carpet on the bottom?
no, they
Yeah,
don't.
because, huh?
The felt. You're speaking of the felt?
I've had them in carpet for it.
Oh, really?
I mean, like a indoor outdoor type carpet, but it keeps you from slipping and sliding on the slippery rocks.
Oh, of course, that makes
Wading in a
sense.
river or something.
Yeah,
You know? Well, I'm just saying there's an idea somewhere, there's an idea in there somewhere.
so
At
the
primary,
wearing waders.
I'll be wearing waders. Like my dad, you know, he fly fishes, so I'll see.
Oh, there you go.
Let's
See
get
if
my
he's got
dad's in
something.
it.
Oh, how funny.
Well, I got to
I
thinking
sell
about,
tickets.
yeah, really. I got to thinking about that too. I said to the staff this morning, I said, I felt like the commissioners weren't part of us
I know.
this night. And that was, I
It
think,
was
the
real
difference,
bizarre.
because you were so separated from us. So I think when we set it up for the primary, now granted, we'll have so much more stuff.
Right,
So many
right,
more
right.
people that it'll feel busier.
Right.
But I do need to think about how the commission is situated,
Yeah.
because I did feel you were very remote
It
from
was
this.
it was not a good setup for us.
Mhm.
And I mean, I felt completely apart from y'all.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the video notwithstanding, I don't care about that, but I was wondering if there might be a way to parallel the commissioner table or whatever,
Mhm.
and maybe just move the audience around,
Mhm.
you know, a 90-degree angle and see,
You mean like put the audience under where they were?
no, in the regular room, but move them this way and put the table for the commissions, for the commissioners. I mean, I don't know.
Put our backs to them.
Yeah, that's
But that's
true. Our
what
backs
they-
are to them. With that, I mean, that's not a significant issue, I guess.
So the way the room is, there's the two sides,
Mhm.
and we would be here, so like this. But instead of having the commission this way, we would have you this way.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yeah.
thinking. And then we could set the audience, this way too, to give them
Exactly.
more visibility into the
Exactly.
room. Yeah,
But there's a big.
there is. So the audience, we would have to like kind of move their
Mhm.
seats to where we can move you up a little bit more. We could even put you right back here against that.
Oh, yeah. Well, but that kind of
But then-
separates from the audience.
Yeah.
And I mean, I always feel like there needs to be a buffer
Mhm.
between the audience and what y'all are doing, because we don't need
Yeah.
that access.
I do think if we tilt you the way you're talking
Mhm.
about, I thought about that last night too.
Yeah.
And then that gives you a clear view in and maybe move you a little closer.
Yeah,
to us,
definitely,
too.
definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna have to be workable, but we're gonna have to figure out a good configuration that, I don't know, makes it, it minimizes the separation.
Mhm. Yeah, and I did feel that you
Mhm.
were very far
Mhm.
away from us.
Remote,
Mhm.
yeah, we could have been on Zoom. It would have been
Mhm.
as meaningful, I guess.
What if you did, what you said here, here,
Mhm.
reconfigure where you move to for you guys to be in here. And then put these guys over here.
Mhm. Yeah, we could do that.
Do that, but-
But
Yeah.
I still think there's a lot of space here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it may feel like a lot of space, but yeah, in March, you're gonna, you may regret ever having said that, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Welcome.
Welcome, thank you. Should I shut this?
Oh, yes, please. Early. Give it to me.
Yeah, all right. That's okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Come back.
That's what we can do. That gives you kind of look at them.
Yeah, good point.
Oh.
This is my primary notebook. I had started.
That is a big, well, and that's for next year too.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
get bigger
Yeah.
as we progress.
We're in the season. Okay. This meeting is called to order. It's 1 o'clock. First item of business is the minutes.
I'm good.
All right.
Same.
Okay, the minutes will be accepted as presented, no changes, and we'll move on to the provisional ballot from last night's election.
We had one provisional ballot cast, and it was for a voter who did not have ID. And so this voter has until Monday at noon to present ID to the county clerk's office. The voter is registered to vote,
Okay.
and so as long as they do present ID, this ballot will be eligible to be counted.
Okay. Did we do the one on this one?
No,
I don't think.
I don't know, we do for sure for the absentee.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna say not
yet.
for this one.
Maybe not yet.
Okay, but you contacted him.
So he received a letter at the polls, but I will call after this meeting, just
Okay.
as a reminder. I believe this is the same voter that I spoke to, actually his father. This is one of those cases where I think we're gonna start to see a bit more of this, where you have 18-year-olds who don't have driver's license yet. But they're still high school students, but they're still eligible to vote, so they don't have an ID
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
that is an accepted form of ID unless they had a passport for some reason.
Yeah.
And so, but they can get state IDs, which, you know, once you turn 18, you should, I mean, going to the doctor's office, there's all sorts of things that you'll need it for. And so,
That was the deal, he didn't have a driver's license.
Mhm.
That was
Yes.
interesting.
and so, but, I think they were going to, this gives them the ability to do that process. To get an ID.
And he can get it before Monday then?
Yeah, it's just, you just go to the DMV and you present, I think, your social security card and, birth certificate.
Oh,
And then you can get just, it's a state form of ID.
Got it.
okay, those use,
Picture it all, it
Mhm.
doesn't allow you to drive.
Yeah, it just doesn't allow you to drive.
Oh, okay.
But it's useful for everything else you might need an ID for.
Yeah, sure,
So, yeah.
okay,
okay.
So,
hopefully we'll hear from him before Monday, or Becky will. Okay, other business?
The only thing I have is the prep work for the primary. Filing ended, so we kind of know what our races are. We'll do the ballot draw on December the 5th. This ballot will be in some way small. We'll have the
Oh, really?
presidential candidates on both Democratic and Republican. And then, but there's very few contested primary races. There's only one. Yeah, there's only one contested school board race for Siloam Springs. All the other school boards are uncontested. The millage will be on the ballot. And there's the US Congress,
With one.
one for that, one justice of the peace primary, one constable primary, and then one state rep primary. And so it's really for a primary.
strange is that?
It is, yeah. So, of course, though, the president and, US Congress are countywide, races. So I know would suspect that there'll be interest in those, but,
Sure.
down the ballot, there's just not a whole lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Well, we've got a meeting on the 21st.
So we'll certify on Tuesday.
Yes, we will be able to certify on Tuesday. That is also the ballot hearing date, but for this individual, there isn't really a hearing because it's either you show your ID
Oh,
or you
right,
don't show
yeah.
your ID
Yeah, Monday.
on Monday. So there's, you know,
And, okay, let's just clarify this too. There is no provision in the law, if he doesn't show up on Monday to show an ID, even though he had to go get one, and he's just now at the age where he can vote. There's just no way that there's an exception.
no. And I think that is a reflection of of changing times,
Mhm.
most students at the age of 16 had driver's license. I
Yeah.
mean, if you
Is
think
that
back,
not the case anymore?
I know.
Really?
No,
My daughter's 17, and she's still not driving, she's going to college.
Kids don't want to go out.
It
Yeah.
Wow, I
really,
mean, we were,
I
you
had-
know,
I had
18
one
on the
daughter
road, I mean.
who didn't get her license until she was 9.
yeah. So I think it's a generational change of students not getting a driver's license at the age of 16. More and more, I talk to parents and their kids are 18 and still don't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
Wow, that affects this.
It does, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's a mindset change. Will it stay? I don't know, but I guess the legislature ought to be aware. It's a glitch that we may see more of, like you said.
Because their high school IDs don't work. And that's the thing, if you were 18 but a university student or a student in WAC or NTI or
Yeah.
even at a barber school or hairdressing school, that ID would work as your ID to
But
vote,
not a high school.
but not a high school student. And so now I think we're gonna see
Yeah.
this niche of 18-year-olds
Not a
that,
high school student.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you
No,
know, high
let's
school.
figure out.
I mean, they're not high
Files
school
a high
students.
school ID if they have
Yeah.
the same ID. that should
They-
be in
they're-
the
well,
form.
I mean,
If it
I don't know,
checks all
maybe there's a,
boxes, you know what I mean?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There
Name,
may be
date of
some,
birth, I don't know, photo, I don't know what it's got on it.
yeah, I haven't seen one.
and almost every school district requires students to have IDs. Your daughter, does Farmington not?
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
take- I have a lunch card that they
Oh,
don't have. my-
okay, that's not gonna work.
I have a lunch card.
Fayetteville, Springdale, a lot of.
The bigger schools. So that may also
Wear a
exclude,
lanyard with,
that may exclude the smaller schools in the area.
so if they want to, as they, I mean, I think the ID for students shows who should be in and out of the school as a
Well, and
safety
as they grow,
feature.
it probably will.
Yeah, yeah. Well, quite interesting.
The other is.
We'll have to pay a little bit of attention to it as the primary comes up.
Mhm.
See how many we've got that falls into that category.
Yeah.
Okay, well, unless there is some other business, we'll adjourn and come back here on